Rainoil, I was doing a lot of work out of the NNPC depot in Ejigbo. I was in charge of operations and we're loading from Ejigbo. And, a depot community is a community where you have the marketers who interact with NNPC. So we knew ourselves. So Saka was a driver who was working for another company called Riet Nigeria Limited that the MD, Mrs. Ronke was the MD of Riet, and I knew her, knew Saka, and I still remember the truck he was driving. So when I wanted to start Rainoil, our very first transaction, I needed to load up. I went to the marketer, so I needed to load the product from NNPC. So I raised the draft after having gotten the 300,000 naira. I raised the draft about 231,000 naira because the draft value of NNPC then was 7 naira 70 kobo. Yes, I remember that. It was still 7 naira 70 kobo. So 30,000 liters was 231,000 naira. So I raised the draft of 231,000 naira in favor of NNPC. So I went to Ronke, who to allow me pay that draft into her system in NNPC. So we paid that draft into Riet system in NNPC and loaded the product out of the NNPC depot in Mosini. Now, because we're loading from Riet, we had to hire Riet's truck. And that Riet truck was driven by Saka. So we took the diesel to First Aluminium. First Aluminium had a factory at Mulero bus stop in Agege, between Agege and Yamikpaja, that road, if you know where Mulero is. A very tight place. I mean, inside the factory, very tight, where the tank was. Oh dear. Saka maneuvered this truck, the way Saka reversed the truck, fully laden tanker of diesel. Everybody clapped for Saka. Saka, one of the best drivers I've known, tanker drivers. So we delivered the diesel. Okay, and then we moved on. A couple of months later, or a year or so later, we acquired our first truck. So we needed a truck driver. While I was contemplating who to employ, information came to me that Saka was out of job. So Saka is out of job. Wow. So I contacted Saka. Are you still, what's happening? He said he no longer has a job. That he has left Riet, or Riet had asked him to go for whatever reason. So I said, well, Riet, Mrs. Ibidapobe, Ronke Ibidapobe is my friend. I wasn't going to employ Saka without Ronke's consent. So I reached out to her. I said, Mrs. Ibidapobe, I understand Saka is no longer working for you. Saka came to me that he wants a job. I have a truck. But do you mind if I employ Saka? Even though Saka wasn't working for her anymore. She said no, that I can go ahead and employ Saka if I so desire. And so we gave Saka the job. So Saka was our very first truck driver.